All right, now I like this drum machine, and quite honestly, I like it enough to maybe save it so I can utilize it later for other stuff. And I think one of the big things that would help is if I utilize remote control so I can change some of the parameters to give me more things to play with without diving to the specific devices inside of this. So we saw before, if I click this button here on the left side of the drum machine, this shows the remote controls. And right now, there's really not much going on here. I'd like to create a remote control. And in order to do that, I can go ahead and click up here. And I want to go to the remote controls editor so I can create a new remote control page. Nice. Okay. So I can see here there's device pages. These pages are available for all instances of the device. And then there's a preset page, the pages that are stored in the current preset. I want to store my own preset, and I want a specific page just for the preset I save. So this is what I'm going to create, and I can name this whatever I want. But most importantly, I want to populate the remote control with specific things that'll be useful. For example, having the filter here is probably something I want to control. So let me click on this. Looks like a little Wi-Fi icon. And now any devices, any parameters nested within the drum machine, I can select parameters and assign them here. So that's why the device nesting, putting the effects inside of my devices is so important. Yeah, the filter, let's go ahead and control that there. All right. All right, some other things that I might want to map that could be useful. Let me go ahead and go to the kick. And it might be nice to play around with the pattern of the kick and some of the parameters in this ricochet note effect. For example, there is this. As I hover over it, it says ball damping. Ball damping. This ultimately controls the speed. All right, that could be cool. And then there is also, there's the ball radius. There's the actual ball speed. All right, so how quickly does the ball speed slow down and the overall speed? These two could be cool because these will directly influence the kick pattern. So I'm going to map both of these. There's damping and there's speed. And I can rename these if I need them to be more specific, but this is fine. I think also with quantize, maybe at some points I want to let 30-second notes through. Why not? Playing with the decay of the kick would be good. Being able to control the tuning from here would be good as well. And what else do I have? Don't I have like delay? Here we go. So on the clap, the very last thing that I think I will do is I'm going to map the feedback amount and the sync rate. Bam. All right. So here are my remote controls for my drum machine, and I think that's pretty cool. All right, so let's go ahead and close this. Okay, nice. I think I'm about ready to save this as a preset. I'm actually going to change the name of this too. Let's go ahead and call this Save Drummer, because I couldn't think of anything better. All right, I want to save this as a preset now. I can right-click. And I can save this either as the default preset every time I load a drum machine. That'd be kind of silly. But I do want to save this as a preset that I can recall. So just like when I saved the curves before, Save Drummer. Created by me, category, they're drums, you know, and I could use tags and whatnot. But again, I just use the creator field because that makes it a lot easier to find stuff that I made. And I'm going to hit OK. And there it is. When I recall it, all my remote controls are there, and then I can simply just control all the necessary things here. Very nice. Before I leave this, I think it's important to also point out, this will probably be easier to appreciate in the mix panel. Let me press tab. You can see that next to my device area, there's also, here it says project, and if I click here, I can create a remote control panel for the entire project, or a remote control panel just for the track. What this allows me to do, so here's track remotes. Let's go ahead and add another page here. I could also use remote controls to control, let's say, the volume of the track, the panning of the track, whether the track is muted or not, the send level. It's pretty wild, all right? And then if I want to, I could access the remote control pages that I need right from here. There we go. There's perform. Oh, because I didn't rename it. I should really rename this so it's easier to find. Anyway, the remote controls are incredibly useful and flexible. And if you want to control multiple things without diving to the specific device, I encourage you to set these up to your liking.